Artemis Vale inhaled her first draw of humid river air on the 2nd of March 1996 inside a clapboard birth cottage raised on stilts above the cypress swamps of Lafayette Parish, Louisiana. Outside, fireflies winged through Spanish moss, while her mother, a touring Zydeco accordionist who always tucked gardenia petals between the bellows, played a slow two-step over the new heartbeat. Her father, a boat motor rebuilder who sketched constellations in grease on shop towels, leaned down until their foreheads touched and promised his daughter, "The Atchafalaya flows wide for anyone who stands broad and never folds inward." Curves travel through the Vale family like catfish slip through muddy water, so nobody fretted when baby Artemis split a second muslin wrap before sunrise, painted peach streaks over the levee. Grandma Heloise loosened every seam with an oyster shell needle, filled the gaps with scraps cut from shrimp netting, and laughed that extra cloth cost pennies, while teaching a girl to shrink could cost her the whole Bayou sky. School mornings smelled of chalk, boiled crawfish, and distant diesel. Artemis towered wider and taller than every classmate, and her shadow swallowed the projector beam whenever she diagrammed verbs. One sticky recess, a boy shouted "barge boat" each time she hopped a chalk square. After supper, she combed the riverbank for soda, caps polished smooth by current, threaded them on trotline twine into a tinkling backbone, and stitched the chain down her denim jacket. At homeroom the next dawn, early sun scattered silver constellations across acoustic ceiling tiles. A substitute teacher recorded 8 seconds on a thrifted camcorder and later posted the clip on a brand new web page. By the next sunrise, 14,000 strangers applauded the girl who flipped ridicule into lighthouse shimmer. Artemis inked a promise across her civics folder in purple gel pen. When clouds crowd the channel, scatter mirrors until they drift away. Weekends belonged to the Vermilionville marketplace, where her mother's accordion riffs danced with the sizzle of fried beignet dough and the call of vendors hawking okra. Store-bought jeans squeezed halfway up Artemis's hips, so she bartered tip-jar quarters for brittle crab pot rope, unraveled it into flat cords, wove those cords into high-waist culottes, airbrushed egret silhouettes in squid ink, and posed at sunset against rusted shrimp trawlers, while a cousin snapped grainy phone photos. She opened a diary named River Lantern the week a new picture app arrived on local cell towers. Captions braided Cajun French sayings with plain English truths like curves anchor storms better than levees. Before her 17th birthday, 51,000 unseen friends tapped each golden hour post, proof that distant screens hush cafeteria whispers louder than any teacher. A coastal ecology scholarship ferried her east to Louisiana State University. Daylight dissolved in marsh restoration labs. Nights belonged to a 24-hour po' boy wagon, glowing lemon neon. The heat lamp served as her lone softbox. During lull stretches, she filmed 90-second reels, twisting parchment sandwich wrap into magnolia barrettes, while explaining dart rotation in a voice part Bayou, hush, part lecture crisp. One clip layered alligator bellows on a pocket sampler while she chain-stitched reflective rope into thrift shop denim. 46 hours later, the reel passed 1 million views. Gulf Coast-style blogs crowned her the po' boy couturière, though every sponsor message stopped at size 16. Artemis dropped each offer into a folder named Shrinking Nets, wiped remoulade from her cuff, and pressed more pickle slices. A blue norther rolled off the Gulf in early 2023, and with it came an email from Columbia Sportswear proposing a windshell capsule titled Delta Pulse. Artemis answered with 3 levy firm requests: patterns stretching to 60-inch hips, production crews recruited at least half from community colleges in parishes hit by hurricanes, and 10% of profit routed into oyster reef restoration along eroding bay edges. Columbia signed before the next tide turned. Dawn filming unfolded on a sand spit where white pelicans skimmed ripples, and Artemis guided curvy kayakers through glass water while a drone spiraled overhead. When the lookbook dropped, every extended size shell sold out within 41 hours across 25 countries. River Lantern vaulted beyond 700,000 followers. Still smelling of catfish fry oil, she ducked behind flour sacks, balanced her phone on a bucket of pickles, and live-streamed tear-bright gratitude beneath buzzing fluorescence. If that surge already sets your heart paddling, hit subscribe right now. One soft tap locks you aboard every time. A fresh wave of stories heads upstream. Spotlight, shimmer magnets, rumor mosquitoes. A clickbait channel claimed Artemis cinched her waist in fiberglass stays between shoots. At sunrise, she pulled a flat skiff into quiet water, stood steady in sports bra and board shorts, traced her stretch lines with powdered hibiscus petal, and hummed a Zydeco minor riff about bodies steering storms. 10 million viewers reposted, dubbing the clip hibiscus proof, and dusting their own curves crimson until the gossip drifted off like fog. Night wagon wages, bound with capsule royalties, and became Vale Glow. A whipped body custard folding sweet cane butter, pecan oil, and mica specks flashing pearl under phone flash. She poured 19,000 tins inside her father's boathouse, tied every lid with braided crab rope, tucked a card reading, "Moisturize your horizon," and watched the inventory vanish in 84 minutes, netting $189,000. 20% launched Bayou Beacon grants, delivering heavy-duty sergers and pocket hydrophones to plus-size teens from Port Fourchon to Grand Isle. 9 months later, 35 recipients floated a fashion and marsh sound showcase on a barge trimmed in ELD cattails, streaming live to breakfast sets from Miami to Memphis. New Orleans Fashion Week etched fresh Delta legend when a backstage fan sliced her emerald mesh gown from rib to knee 90 seconds before call time. Borrowing neon mooring rope from a stagehand, she laced the gap like sneaker eyelets, strode forward as if the splice lived in the original pattern, and cameras flashed like heat lightning across Lake Pontchartrain. Vogue Bayou crowned the save, rope riff and another million lantern voyagers surfaced before brass bands warmed their horn. Sabotage tried once more when a disgruntled promoter leaked emails hinting Artemis demanded crawfish etouffee towers and chauffeured airboats for her rescue Pelican Delta. She posted the full chain, showing she had asked only for refillable water urns, red beans and rice for crew, and captioned monitors for deaf stylists. That month's affiliate revenue, $136,000, covered biodegradable fishing line pilots in 2-bay passes. Fans echoed her river creed. Receipts shine brighter than rumor silt until the whisper sank beneath trawler wakes. Midsummer numbers glimmer hot as asphalt. 6.6 million Instagram companions, 3.3 million short video voyagers, 2 million unwavering channel subscribers, engagement near 10%, writing playbooks across ad agencies. Cartier invited her to headline Topaz Surge, filmed inside the lens room of Sabine Pass Light Tower. She accepted once Cartier pledged therapy stipends for oyster deckhands wrung by record hurricanes. The finished ad, rescattering amber shards across rusted iron braces, became the brand's most saved clip of the quarter. Family steadies her rudder. Twice a month she streams Strings and Steam. Mum riffing accordion over a propane burner, Dad reading star map haiku, Artemis flipping thrifted denim under fairy bulbs. One session peaked at 9 million when Delta waddled across a heap of powdered sugar and sneezed a plume onto the microphone. An avian rescue now sponsors each stream, tagging rehabilitated pelicans with solar beacons, funded by Vale Glow. Glow revenue crested 12 million before its second birthday. She leafed an idle shrimp peel shed, carved skylights through aluminum, hired furloughed trawler hands plus design grads to whip and jar. Each tin closes with a crab rope knot pulled during midday stretch dances. Packaging consultants begged for heat seals, but she repeated her mother's stage wisdom. Palms cradle legends long after robots forget, and knots stay human. She threads mental wellness through every post, pairing limestone bluff portraits with po' boy cart selfies captioned, "Same tide, different weather." Breath tracks recorded under pier pilings, printable reframing sheets in English and Cajun French, And half-price therapy links ripple through her feed. 104,000 listeners already cite her open water honesty as their first safe channel. Community rides glow in ground oyster shell paint. Hundreds of cyclists cruise the levee at dusk wearing veil glow on collarbones and LED crawfish tails on spokes. Ticket profit deepens Bayou Beacon and funds wheelchair snorkel hoists at brackish coves. Dockside diners keep burners lit late on ride nights because beignet sales spike 15%. Artemis pedals lead on a classic cruiser with Delta plush bungeed to the wicker basket, stopping to retie any rider's dragging shoelace. Her memoir, Currents Carry, names heads to translation in 11 languages while a streaming team follows. Her plan to turn decommissioned weather buoys into floating maker studios for Bayou middle schools. Puma's wide-toe wave lantern sneakers launch next quarter, laced in reflective cord and cushioned by algae foam, funneling 10% of every sale into beacon grants along the Gulf Coast. Second gentle nudge rolls your way. If you sailed this far without subscribing, slide that finger now, anchor your feed so every fresh swell meets you ahead of the tide. When this video finishes, wander down to the description. Fresh Veil Glow restocks the quick form for Bayou Beacon grants. Tonight's Strings in Steam playlist and a hidden compass, a research-grounded map of conversation anchors and calm confidence rituals that help spark genuine connection so the woman you admire spots sunrise flicker in your eyes. All wait below deck. The ocean of affection is wide, but that chart never mispoints. Strike the like heart if the soda cap spine, rope riff, rescue, or delta sugar sneeze brighten your night. Then share your favorite wave in the comments and gift this voyage to a friend who sails sag for want of wind. Every curve redirects currents, every scar refracts moonlight, and the Gulf bows to anyone brave enough to plant both feet on the marsh edge and greet tomorrow unblinking. Third and quietest breeze brushes your screen now. Subscribe and claim your seat at the prow. Meet me on the next tide when another story rises like heat over cane fields and a brand new chapter unfurls across open water.